Welcome to this week's Killik Explains video. This week, at the start of a new year, how to set financial goals. Now these could be non-financial or financial, the rules apply the same, but obviously my focus is going to tend to be on those financial New Year's resolutions. So what's the key? Well, we're looking to set SMART goals. And before I talk you through that acronym and tell you what SMART actually stands for, let's take a look at an example. Now, personally, I've set myself the objective of drinking a bit less in 2016. I'll admit I do like a drink. So, are these SMART goals? I want to be happier. How smart is that? I want to drink less. Maybe getting warmer. I'll stop drinking altogether. Probably gone a little bit far there. More about SMART in a moment. One of the SMARTs is realistic. So, I want to drink less. Maybe I'll say this one is the most realistic of the three up. That's the one I want to go for. So I won't drink in January. Again, a bit ambitious if you are a regular drinker like me. I'll limit my monthly intake to a certain number of units. That's getting better. That's getting a bit more precise. That's, spreading the burden of my New Year's resolution, making it a little bit more realistic. Even better, perhaps I will take a certain number of consecutive days off alcohol every month this year. Now we're getting warmer. Now we're getting smarter. And maybe best of all, I'll take so many consecutive days off, give myself a break, and cap the other days at a maximum number of units per month or per week. Now, I know the government would tell me to cut out alcohol altogether, but goals are personal to me. All right? So, some of these are smart, and you've probably picked up the idea that as we move down here, they're getting smarter. Some of them are not. So what is smart? So let's move away from my personal goal to something like a financial goal, something you might set yourself as a New Year's resolution. SMART is, in a nutshell, goals which are specific, meaningful, actionable, relevant, and timely. SMART. And this is a framework. These are guidelines, not absolute rules, but they're quite a useful way to think through a goal. So when you're setting a resolution, setting a financial goal, short, medium, or long term, think, is it smart? The smarter it is, the more likely it is you will stick with it and look back and think, yeah, tick. I actually did that. Okay? So what do I mean? Let's give you some examples. So specific, all right? I'm going to give you a kind of non-specific example and one that meets the rules. So not so good. I want to save more money, retire young. All right? That is not specific enough. It may be true, but it's just not tight enough. So lots of examples. I'll just give you one example here. How about I want to save an extra X amount, £100 per month, or if you're looking at retirement, get specific. I'd like to retire age 65. More than that, I'd like an income of £20,000 per year. More than that, I would like it to move up as prices change at a rate of, say, 3%. All right, so there's an element of sort of inflation proofing in there. That is a harder goal to set. You've got to think more about it, but it is specific, and that's the point. Now, SMART is not just about being specific. So what are the other letters in the acronym? M, meaningful. Meaningful to you, okay, because these are personal goals. So it's all very well saying, well, my parents, if you're young, you think I should save more. I'm panicking, Tim's just told me in a video to save more, I'm just worried. Fine, but you've got to bring it home. So maybe I want to pay off my remaining car loan and or pay for my daughter's wedding and or hit that specific retirement goal. Make it something that means something to you, something that will improve your life when you've actually done it, and that way you're more likely to keep at it over the course of the coming months and weeks, because it's easy to make resolutions, less easy to stick with them. Actionable. I'll try and spend less. Well, we all probably should do that, but what are you going to actually do with that action point? How about I will put together a personal budget and use it to identify monthly savings? It's harder work to do that, but boy, do you get a good payback if you can use it constructively to identify specifically how you're going to spend less and save more. And there are plenty of ways we can do that. Realistic. There's no point in saying, the way I'll save money this year, I'm using extreme examples, I won't go on holiday and I won't go out. Okay? You will save money, you also won't follow through on your resolution. So better to say something like, I reckon, having done a bit of homework, I could earn a little bit of extra overtime this year, all right, and or save X amount per month, identified via my budgeting process, for example, on bills, changing utility supply, whatever it happens to be, cutting out that extra movie channel you don't need, remortgaging, cutting down on socialising, changing the way I shop, all those good things. That is realistic. That one at the top probably isn't for most people. And finally, timely. Let's get a deadline on this. Don't leave it open-ended. I'll see how long I can maintain my new spending habits and I'll review them when I remember to. No, let's not do that. Let's make sure we've paid off that remaining car loan. All right? Let's make sure we've saved a certain amount and let's set a time deadline on it. Let's set a goal, Christmas, and let's say actually, I don't want to review this every day, that'd get a bit tedious, but maybe every few months I'm going to sit down and see where I am against my target. And that's important whether you're looking at short-term, medium-term or long-term goals. Regular review. Where am I against my target? Is my target still realistic? Am I on track to meet it? So, a lot of stuff in one video there. A lot of sort of semi-science condensed into a short video. If you want to know more about the stuff I talked about briefly, budgeting, for example, and how to start going about it, please do consider looking at my free financial fitness guides, one for the over 30s, one for the over 50s. That gives you some idea about setting smart objectives. And if you'd like to know more and or grab a copy if you've not had a free copy already, please do email me to the usual place, editor@killik.com. The best of luck with 2016 smart resolutions.